Do you know where the wives' tale of not letting somebody sleep if you suspect a concussion came from? I wouldn't necessarily call this a wives' tale. The idea behind not letting somebody sleep is not because of concussion. It's actually because of the concern for something more serious, like a bleed. After concussion, there's fatigue. Fatigue is one of the things that sets in. If you've ever been around somebody that's had a concussion in the past couple hours, after a few hours, they're going to be very fatigued and they're just going to want to go to sleep. And the recommendation for years was to wake them up every hour or every 2 hours throughout the night. And people still consider this to be due to the concussion injury. The purpose of going in and waking them up is if in the event they had a brain bleed and you would go in and try to rouse them and you weren't able to wake them up, it would tip you off sooner that you should be calling 911 and getting that person to the hospital as soon as possible. Whereas if you were just to let them sleep, you'd wake them up in the morning and it might be too late. Because when somebody has a brain bleed, they may just be completely unconscious and not able to display any signs that they do have this. And then when you go to wake them up in the morning, it's too late and they've died. So the purpose of waking somebody up in the first night it had nothing to do with concussion. It had to do with more severe brain injuries, particularly a bleed that was not picked up. So that whole thing is now out. We don't wake people up anymore throughout the first night. The thing we do though is we keep the person awake for at least 3 hours after the injury occurs. This is because if something is going on, it's more likely to be picked up in that first 3 hours. So try to keep the person awake for that first 3 hours. This is, again, not because of concussion, but what you're doing is monitoring for signs of deterioration, right? You're making sure that their speech isn't becoming slurred. You're making sure that they're not, that their vision is not going all, wonky or displaying signs of nystagmus or having pupillary asymmetries. You're looking for, confusion and things like that. You're looking for things if they're getting progressively worse or if they're getting better. If they're getting better and it's been 3 hours, you can let the person sleep and they can generally go and sleep the full night. If you are, if the person is not getting better or they're actually getting worse, then you would want to then take that person to the hospital. So the new kind of recommendation is you still want to keep them awake for a few hours after injury just to monitor for signs of deterioration. However, in terms of waking them up in the first night, most recommendations now have gone to being unnecessary. However, I think that if it was my child, I would want to be waking them up anyway just to be safe.